At Healthcare Partners Medical Group, our mission is to provide the highest quality of healthcare to each and every patient. With 5 locations in Pahrump, we are local doctors you know and trust. We want to thank you for choosing us. Quality care starts here.
You're watching KPVM News 46. Weekend Review. With Deanna O'Donnell. And Jason Koblenz.
Welcome to News 46's Week in Review, your number one source for local news. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
And I'm Jason Koblenz.
The woman linked to the disappearance of the 10-year-old Las Vegas girl has had her bond raised $600,000 on Friday morning in the Las Vegas courtroom. 50-year-old Brenda Stokes Wilson had been in custody since December 21st for an attack on a co-worker at the Bellagio Hotel. She was also the last person seen with 10-year-old Jade Morris, the daughter of her then-boyfriend Philip Morris. A body was discovered on Thursday afternoon in the northeast part of the valley. A Metro spokesperson said that while they could not confirm it was Jade's body, they suspected it was her. They added that they raised the bond because of an expected addition of murder and kidnapping charges. There is also apparently blood on the steering wheel, driver's side door handle, and panel of the car Wilson borrowed. They say will be linked to Jade. Detectives also stated that there was a weapon used in the crime, and there were also bloody clothes found in Wilson's apartment. And News 46 has learned that the Clark County coroner has confirmed that the body that was located is of 10-year-old Jade Morris. They also confirmed that the manner of death is multiple stab wounds and the method is homicide.
A two-vehicle accident on Christmas Eve resulted in a significant compound fracture to a woman's wrist and the loss of a family pet.
Very few accidents here over the weekend, which was good news for people during the Christmas season. However, there was one two-vehicle accident on Highway 160 and Mesquite. We're going to speak to Fire Chief Scott Lewis.
Christmas Eve, we were dispatched a report of a two-vehicle accident with injuries. Upon arrival, we found a T-bone type collision with one of the vehicles having an occupant that was still trapped within the vehicle. Crews did their scene size up and determined that a door removal was necessary to gain access and extricate that patient, which was completed without incident. Did meet flight criteria. However, the closest helicopter was unavailable. So we had 2 helicopters actually travel to Desert View Hospital for the 2 remaining patients. One was subsequently canceled as a result that they were going to keep the one patient at the local hospital. One was transported by Mercier from Desert View Hospital into a trauma center.
Do you know how many people in each vehicle?
I believe there was 2 in one vehicle and 1 in the other. That was my understanding.
And there was also some dogs.
I believe there was at least 2 dogs in one of the vehicles, and the owners were securing them, and I believe one dog may have gotten away and was subsequently hit by a car further down the road before any of the emergency services arrived.
Once again, that dog did sustain fatal injuries as a result of a secondary accident on Mesquite near Blag. The female passenger of that pickup truck was airlifted to UMC Trauma Center with extreme injuries to her wrist. The driver of the other pickup truck was transported via Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue Ambulance to Desert View Hospital. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46. 2 people received major injuries after being ejected from their vehicle after it rolled last weekend. A single vehicle accident occurred over the weekend on Highway 160 near the Tacopa turnoff. We're going to speak to Fire Chief Scott Lewis.
It was on the 3rd of December, and it was around 5:18 in the morning. We were dispatched a report of a rollover with 2 ejected. We were specially requested by Clark County Fire to assist them. Upon arrival, we did in fact find a vehicle well off the roadway. Apparently 2 people had been ejected. The triage and the scene size up revealed that the patients required flight to get to a trauma center. We exercised and brought both Mercier 7 and 11 onto the scene, transferred patient care to them, and they subsequently were taken to the trauma center.
How many occupants total?
I don't know the exact number, but we were provided 2 patients at the scene, and Clark County Fire was there as well. So I don't know if any piece of investigation revealed a 3rd person. I know there was question whether there was a 3rd, but there was no evidence of that at the scene.
Was there any delay in locating the vehicle because it was in the dark, wasn't it?
It's my understanding that the initial report went out a little after 5 o'clock, went to Clark County Fire, and then approximately 10 minutes later, Pahrump was notified to respond as well. And I do know that some of the residents that were from Pahrump either observed or came upon the accident shortly thereafter. So I don't think it was any indication of a delay in finding them. The people that live in Pahrump that did find the accident reported it promptly.
Once again, those 2 people were transported to UMC Trauma Center via Mercy Air 7 and Mercy Air 11. Nevada Highway Patrol conducted the investigation. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46.
The car that was found in the desert in the Chicago Valley when 41-year-old Maureen Fields disappeared in 2004 was left on the side of the road with signs that it had been in an accident.
The vehicle that was the subject of a missing person in February of 2006 was again the subject of an incident on Saturday morning outside of Carl's Jr. on Wilson Street. Was Maureen Fields' distinctive green vehicle with her license plate still on it. Apparently the car had been in an accident earlier in the morning. Paul Fields, her husband, was nowhere to be seen, although the car had both airbags deployed and some damage that was visible on the outside of the car, including 3 flat tires. Nye County Sheriff's deputies checked it out. They did go and check on Paul Fields, who was found at his home in good condition. Nye County Sheriff said that Paul Fields apparently was in some sort of accident when something fell off the back of a truck. He swerved to avoid it and hit the side of the road, popping all 3 of his tires and 2 airbags being deployed. The vehicle was later towed by Paul Fields. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46. And a 2-vehicle accident occurred on Wednesday in the intersection of Wilson and Linda Streets.
We got dispatched for a 2-vehicle MVA at Wilson and Linda. Medic 1 arrived on location, found 2 vehicles, minor injuries. Medic 1 secured paperwork and both AMAs and no transport certificates review.
Heavy impact or no?
No, not so much. 2 airbags on one of the vehicles and then just side impact on the other full-size truck.
Nye County Sheriff's deputies are investigating the cause of this accident. Both of the vehicles seem to be a little bit off the roadway.
Yeah, they're a little bit off the road. We have a little bit of fluid leak on the side with radiator fluid. Other than that, it's a simple MVA.
So there was a report that maybe one of the cars was smoking?
Yeah, that's very common with the airbag deployment. It has the white powder dust that when the airbag deploys, it has the dust that comes out, and a lot of people mistake that from the smoke and it's just the dust.
How many occupants in the vehicles?
I believe there was 1 in each vehicle.
And so they both got checked out on scene here and decided not to be transported?
Yeah, both the medics on Medic 1 both assessed both patients, did vital signs, and then secured AMAs.
And as we head into the first break, here is Mr. Movie Phone.
I'm Mr. Movie Phone. Lots of movie presents under the tree this year. Let's unwrap a few with my weekend movie preview next.